OSX Terminal showing incorrect hostname. When I open Terminal, I expect it to show what my PS1 is set to, \h column \w \u $. However, it's not displaying my hostname Eric's MacBook, as displayed in System Preferences. Instead, it's showing a random string unknown 88D120CD4B2. How can this be fixed or reset? This machine is brand new, and the preferences/settings haven't been changed.
Gordon gives a good answer to the origin of your hostname. If you want the name that you set in System Preferences in GT, Sharing and GT, Computer Name to show up in your prompt, replace \h with $scutal get computer name. E.g. my prompt is set with
Terminal is showing you the first label of your BSD hostname, assuming your shell is bash. If your BSD hostname is yourhostname.mynetwork.com, then Terminal will display only your hostname. So from where does the BSD hostname come? It can come from several places. From the file, /etc/hostconfig. Else from the file, /library/preferences/system configuration/preferences.list, system hostname. Else the result of a reverse DNS query for your primary IP address, so you might notice a totally different hostname showing up when you visit an internet cafe than when connected at home. Else your Bonjour hostname in System Preferences and GT, Sharing, Preferences.list, again. System Network Hostnames Local Hostname. Finally, if none of the above have been set, the BSD hostname will be simply localhost. By the way, I answered the same question a while ago over here, macOS Terminal, where does the prompt name come from?
OSX tries a number of things to find its hostname. Unfortunately, I don't know the exact list and order, but I think what's happening here is that it's discovering a DNS name associated with its IP address and using that instead of the Bonjour name it's advertising for itself, the one defined in Sharing Preferences. So why is it finding a DNS name? My guess is that your local router/DHCP server/DNS server is dynamically assigning it one, based on its Ethernet hardware address, presumably B8:8D:12:0CD4:B2. You may be able to adjust the router's settings to stop it doing this, or you could probably set the computer's DHCP client ID, in the Network Preferences, Advanced Settings, to control what name it assigns you.
For me, scutal get hostname was empty. /etc/hosts was fine. /etc/hostconfig didn't exist. The Bonjour name was right. All the preference files were right, but hostname would stubbornly use a default name, iMac in my case. Turns out the bad name was associated with the DHCP lease on the Ethernet interface, but not the Wi-Fi interface. To convince the DHCP lease to use the new name, I had to go to System Preferences and GT, Network and GT, Ethernet and change the Configure IP4 drop-down to off. Click Apply. Click Advanced, then select the Wins tab. Change the NetBIOS name, which showed the old name, to the new name. Click OK, then Apply. Finally, change off back to using DHCP. Once the new lease was established, but the router and the local machine reported the new name and there was no sign of the old anymore. A bad DHCP lease was definitely the culprit, but fixing the NetBIOS name before renewing the lease might have been the clincher.
You want to support the channel?